Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk to pharmacists. If you are a pharmacist and even possibly considering moving abroad, this video is for you. I have Robin joining me from Working in Health, and she is going to go through the process of moving to New Zealand specifically for pharmacists. It's never been a better time. And honestly, like even if it's just like a small question in the back of your head, this is a great video to watch and to just kind of get a sense of the process, but know that we can handle everything for you. So basically, you kind of come in. I'll put two links at the bottom of this video that will be here. Submit this information if you want to start the process and to see if being a pharmacist in New Zealand is right for you. And then also a link to my community where I will help you with everything else from moving to telling family to helping kids and that. So Robin will help you with the visa and the job and all of the relocation. And then I'm kind of there for everything else. So between the two of us, we have you completely covered. And just know that we have helped hundreds and hundreds of people move, and nobody ever feels 100%. It's just you need to start and to just see if it's a possibility for you. So today we're going to outline the process. And there is great demand in New Zealand, and it is a great time to consider doing it. So let's jump in. Thanks, Robin, for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me, Tara. Yes, you're exactly right. It's a wonderful opportunity. If you are a pharmacist and you're thinking about making that move, we have an amazing client who is itching to have you here. And we have already placed some pharmacists in with this company, and they're really happy. And it is, yeah, a perfect opportunity to work abroad or to move abroad permanently.
Awesome. Yeah. And what's cool about this opportunity is that we're talking about let's get your licensure, let's get your visa. There's already job openings available to you, and then relocation. So, like, everything's taken care of for you. And it's like one big package if you're interested. So,
Yeah, it's great. I guess the first step for if you even have, any interest at all, we'd love to hear from you. But the first step is to become registered in New Zealand. As you are a profession, it needs to cross over. And the great thing is, USA pharmacists can easily cross over to get New Zealand registration. So we can help you with that process. Like Tara said, she's going to include the links in the bottom of this video so that you can go in and have a really good look around. But this now might be the opportunity to just quickly go through that with you, and make it a little bit clearer on what you do have to do, because it can look a little daunting when you first go into the New Zealand Pharmacy Council website. So in order to get working, the first thing you need to do is contact the Pharmacy Council and work out whether you're eligible. If you're already working as a pharmacist in the USA, you will be eligible in one way or another. But you just check your eligibility. The two items are there is whether you've got your degree already from the US or from one of the other countries, and you may now be working in the US. If you haven't got your degree from one of the countries listed under A, you then, if you've set some other approved programs, you will also be eligible. If not, you can sit those approved programs and become eligible from there. So that's step one. Step two is to complete what they call the Competency Assessment of Overseas Pharmacist exam. This is just to check that you are going to feel confident working as a New Zealand pharmacist, and also for the Pharmacy Council to know that everything is above board. So these exams are set only 3 times a year, unfortunately. So the next one is in April 2026. The November one was this week, so that's passed. So we've got April or August turning up next year, or November. You need to have registered for this exam 1 month prior.
Hmm.
There is a lot of online examples of the exam so that you can have a look through that. And this can be done via at home, in the comfort of home, via On View, which is where you're sitting the exam and you're being recorded whilst you do so. So we can also assist you in regards to getting that all set up along the way. So it is actually run through the Australian Pharmacy Council, because New Zealand works sort of under their umbrella.
Okay.
So that's step two. Step three is getting the job. And as Tara has mentioned, we have opportunities waiting for you on that front. So we would probably already be looking to make some introductions to our client, the employer, prior to you even sitting the CAOP. They're really keen to have a chat and tell you about their company and what they have to offer. So we can help you with that. And then once you have that job offer, we can also assist you with obtaining a visa. And if you have dependents or family coming, obviously they will need visas too. So working in can assist you there. And both Tara and myself can give you a wraparound service in regards to that.
Mm.
Once we have that all set up, you have, and important to note too, you have 2 years once you've sat your CAOP to apply to the New Zealand Pharmacy Council to actually get your annual practicing certificate, which gives you the license to work here.
Mm.
So that's fairly straightforward. There's a few things to tick off. The good news about that is the application fee is actually halving as of the 30th of November this year for that one, which we don't often find things going down in price, but that one is. So that's pretty straightforward as well. And then with all of our assistance and Tara helping you and your family along the way, you'll be boarding that flight and making your way to New Zealand to start a new journey.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so question about this 2 years. So do they get the license while they're already in New Zealand, or does that have to be all done before they go there?
It would be done before you go. That's
Okay,
pretty
okay.
straightforward, that process.
Oh, it is.
Only takes,
Okay.
yeah, only takes a few weeks. It's the CAOP that's the big one, and the one that obviously leaves you waiting until the exam time. But once you have that, employers are very keen to lock you in, and as they can give you a job offer on that, subject to your registration coming through. But it's really a formality after you have that exam.
Okay, that's cool. Okay,
Yeah. So.
so if people, the next time that they can do the CAOP is in April, do they start now? Like, what is the best time to kind of jump in, or is it just like, I guess use it a month ahead of time? So,
Yeah, you just have to be registered 1 month prior to the exam date. But now's a good time to start, talking to us. If you're, thinking it could be a good idea, gathering all the information, and then once you think, yes, yeah, I'm really keen to give this a go, then you can sign up for that exam. And obviously there's a cost to that. So at the time of registering for the exam, you do have to pay that exam fee. So
oh yeah, you do.
and as
Yeah.
long as it's done by March, I'm not sure, sorry, the exact date in April, but once you've got that tied in, you're ready to go, and we can start really moving the process forward.
Okay, yeah, because I think like getting all of their documents ready for their visa, getting, just thinking about moving and what that takes and what that's going to entail. Like, I think that you guys start now, like you start now, and,
Yes.
we'll get you set on, yeah, getting that exam and everything. And I think it was in Australian dollars that you showed, but I think I calculated
Yes.
it earlier today as like 1,300 US dollars to take the,
Okay.
which isn't terrible for doing something like this. And yeah, it would be a really great opportunity, you guys, if you could get there and pharmacy. And like, there's not a lot of opportunities that just the whole package is there for you.
It
Um,
is.
because most people have to find their own job and find and it's a long process and it's hard. So yeah, this is really great.
And there's yeah, plenty of also in regards to our employer has plenty of career opportunities as well. So you can see your career projecting quite quickly. And for example, we have an international pharmacist who arrived 2 years ago, and at the end of next year, he will be becoming a managing partner of one of the pharmacies. So he was saying that, that would have been 20 years down the track for him, but he's been able to achieve that
Oh,
within 3 years
wow.
of arriving in the country. I know.
That's
Um, yeah, so it is huge. So yeah, lots of opportunities. Lots of training, further education, that type of thing is on offer. They also are offering $10,000 New Zealand to assist with your relocation costs that would be paid out to you on your first pay packet.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that's also nice.
So is it any type of pharmacist that you're looking for or?
We are looking for any type of pharmacist.
Okay.
So whether you're clinical, we have hospital opportunities as well as what we call here retail pharmacists. But I understand, but correct me if I'm wrong, Tara, in the US, it's just a pharmacist, but working in a retail, with the community, sometimes called community pharmacists in other parts of the world. So yes. Either or, either pathway that you've chosen. But if you're interested in New Zealand, we can definitely help you.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so guys, your next step would be to fill out the forms attached below and have a chat with Robin and just get a visa assessment, know where you're lining up, and then, yeah, and then it's just kind of preparing for the move and seeing if you want to do it. Because for me, like, that's how it was. Like, we thought, oh, maybe we want to move to New Zealand. That's cool. Just start the process. We didn't
Yes.
really think that we would get in because it was much harder for us than this process that I'm outlining. But I was, you just kind of have to start and you're like, well, you're kind of moving forward into something that you might want to do. And then if it works out, like that's great. So, yeah, so there's always investment. You always have to pay. And, I remember hitting that like, okay, should I apply for the visa? Do I want to put the money in? And, and I just decided, there's worse things I could spend my money on. So just
Totally.
go for it, right?
Yeah.
And
You, you,
yeah, go ahead.
that's so right. You don't know until you know. So
Right.
we're here to help find out that information, for you to gather everything and then be able to make a decision. And like you say, Tara, um, taking the plunge, it does feel like a big plunge at
Yeah.
that time. But I know your experience was fantastic,
Mhm.
and you don't regret it, and you wouldn't, turn back the clock.
No.
Um, yeah, so
And also something that I talk to clients about all the time is that you don't need to look at it in terms of forever. Like go even for 5 years, for 10 years, for 2 years, like have an experience. You're gonna like it and you likely will stay. But like you don't have to look at it like it's this forever thing. It could just be even, an experience for you for a couple of years. So that kind of it helps with the overwhelm to not be thinking about it.
exactly. And the experience, the international experience you then have to go back home, is invaluable. And employers
Oh,
at
yeah.
home go, wow, that's incredible. You've moved yourself or you and your family all the way to the other side of the world, gained some further experience,
Yeah.
and brought it back, which is just great.
Yeah, that's true because like it has never been a disadvantage for when I've come and gone back and forth from an employment standpoint. Hasn't been bad from my kids' standpoint. I'm just coming out with a new product where my kids share their experience to speak directly to other kids, and this is a great option if you're moving a family to really like know from a kid's perspective like what their experience was. And so, yeah, it was really interesting for me to watch the videos because I wasn't involved in them because I wanted them to be honest. I didn't want to have any influence. And, my perspective of my kids' experience was not my kids' experience, right? So that's always good. So, but overall, my kids said it was fabulous and they were really glad that they moved and that it was part of their life growing up. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful place to raise a family, hands down. So, yeah, with all the issues going on in the US, this is a great opportunity for you to provide options for your family, residency for your children for life. And
Yeah.
there's just some huge advantages. So I hope you guys take us up on it if you're a pharmacist or
Yeah,
if
we
you're
can't
anything
wait. We
else.
can't wait to
Yeah,
talk to you.
I
We can
know.
also link you up with other USA pharmacists who have already made the move, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
quite good too. So you can have a chat with them, ask them what they found easy, hard, and if obviously you have a family and they have a family, you can also discuss that side of things too. So
No, absolutely. And that really helps because when I've moved a lot of doctors or nurses, like just connecting them with someone that does the job to ask the different technical questions and like,
mm,
because it is going to be a different job in a lot of ways, it'll probably be better in terms of pace, in terms of, expectation. And so like hearing that firsthand on what it is and that the drugs are named a little bit different, quite a bit
yes,
different, but
yeah,
tell you about that and how to handle that. And yeah, it's really helpful. So,
yeah.
Okay, well, thanks
Yeah.
so much for joining us, Robin. I think that this is great. And you guys, if you're even considering it, just fill out the form attached and we'll at least find out if it's a possibility for you. But as always, leave a comment, leave a question. We are here to help. Thank you for joining us, Robin.
Thank you, Tara, and I look forward to talking to anyone who has the slightest interest in finding out more.
Awesome. All right, thanks, guys.